quiet.
Well, hello. I am joined today by Lori. I'm Tina Kadish. This is Lori
Hello, hello.
Dowling.
Yes,
That we are so excited that we are going to be having our workshop on February 26th, all about finding yourself when you're going through a transition in our life. And
yes.
Lori, hello. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. Hi, everybody. My name is Lori Dowling. I am a soul embodiment healer, and one of the many joys of my life is being able to work with women in who are going through, healing from trauma, past pain, life transitions, guiding them through nervous system regulation and throughout that process so that they can live up to their highest selves and operate at that high frequency that we all want to be operating at. And I love, Tina, how you kind of froze up for a minute because you're like couldn't figure out what last name to use.
I know. Well, okay, so
My life
listening, we've
transition is
gone through life
divorce.
transition. You recently got divorced. I recently got divorced. We both have gone through life transitions.
Yeah.
And so for a moment, yes, I was like, oh my gosh. I
What the hell do I call her?
So we're very excited to host this because what we're seeing is there's a lot of women out there today that are going through a life transition. And we thought that bringing this workshop to you, where we're going to show you how to overcome these transitions and how do you move through them. I'm going to be sharing the what I call the not enough syndrome
Mm,
because that was me of not feeling enough. And I'm going to share in the workshop 3 shifts that I've made
yeah.
in my life transition, but not only in this current life transition, but other transitions that I've had. Like I've, gone through a divorce before. I've lost a child. I've lost a job as well. So I've gone through multiple transitions in our life. So
Mm,
this workshop is not for just recently divorced
right.
women. It
Right.
is for a life change. You might be going through a career change right now. You might have lost a loved one right now. You might
Right.
have, gotten divorced, or maybe you had a spouse that passed away, and
Yeah.
you now find yourself a widow. And what do I do now? How do I
Right.
get through these transitions? And
Right.
so we're going to really have strategies. We're going to have the tools. You're going to walk away with real tools from our experience. And this is the thing that I love is that we're not talking from theory. We're talking
Right.
from our lived experience.
Right.
Right, Lori?
And yeah, and talking, not just from our lived experiences, but from our hearts, from our soul, from the depths of, you
Yes.
know, what's inside us and what we've had to navigate, what we've had to heal from, the things that we had to face and overcome. One of the, things for me was, my nervous system was completely shot
Mm,
from the transition, from all of the change, just from even, leading up to that point. And furthermore, with, you know, when it during that period, not only had my marriage come to an end, but 2 weeks later, the job that I was in that was not a healthy environment for me to be in. It was one of my biggest stressors. It was just one of my biggest blocks, was also removed from my life.
mm.
So to have the two things that were the most out of alignment, you know, be removed so suddenly, it was like literally I woke up one morning and my life was not the same. There was nothing the same. Not where I lived, the job, the everything. And it was
Everything
just,
changed.
it was, there were moments where, of course, I felt relief and I felt peace. But then there were also moments where I was in my mind, I found myself creating chaos because I didn't know how to be without it. I was so used to everything being chaotic all the time that I was just like, I remember saying to my roommate, I'm like, I don't know if I'm addicted to chaos or if I'm just looking for comfort because I am so uncomfortable right now. So it was taking
Okay.
space to regulate my nervous system. And that's one of the things that I want to talk about because I feel like with any transition, now I also have been through so many different variations of transition in the last 15 years between sobriety from alcoholism when I was 29 years old. I got into trouble, I was an alcoholic and destroying my life. I
Mm.
wound up getting arrested for a DWI, which that was my last and final rock bottom. I had several leading up to it, including a
Okay.
near-death experience, and even a near-death experience did not stop me. But
Wow.
being in the back of that police car and actually almost looking at myself and seeing that this is where my life had brought me to. This is where my
Mhm.
decisions were bringing me to,
Okay.
that going into sobriety and having to transform my whole life from that weight loss transformation, so much personal growth and development. I mean, there's so many different variations that I've had to experience, but one of the things that I only really learned about, with this transition was the nervous system and how to regulate it in a healthy, calm way through spirituality, through
Mm.
somatic practice.
Okay.
And, that's what I want to bring to the table for this for sure is how
Great.
to bring yourself, when the chaos in your mind kicks up and the overwhelm, how you can make space for yourself to be
Yes.
able to find calm and peace and clarity.
Exactly. Exactly. One of the things that I'm going to talk about is how I went from being silent to having a voice. So I'm going
Mhm.
to share the other two shifts that I've made in this recent life transition because how many
Mhm.
of us stay silent? We stay in situations out of fear and we stay in those situations. So,
I'm just gonna say right now, ain't no one gonna shut me up anymore. Like the chakra is
amen,
open.
amen,
It's
amen,
open.
amen. So I want everyone to join us on the 26th. It's going to be a 90-minute, lively, rich discussion. It's going to be real life tools and strategies you're going to walk away with. This is not going to be us doing all the talking, the
Yes.
teaching, but you're going to walk away with tools.
Yes, and there's going to be opportunity to make new connections, new
Yes,
relationships, Listen, it's all about community.
it is.
We cannot do this without community,
Without community.
without friendships, without other women in our lives that are saying, "Hey, I know where you're at, and I'm holding space for you, and I love you." You know what? The beautiful thing about all of this is that we're also going to be releasing. So if you show up and you're laughing and you find yourself having those periods of joy in this workshop, that's what it's all about. If you find that your emotions kick up and you're going to cry, crying is healthy, people. There is
It
nothing
is.
wrong with it. It's releasing. We are meant to cry. This is where we take all of those suppressed, emotions and release them, whether
And
through
release them.
laughter or tears or I don't care
Yes.
if you scream.
Right. And so this is really a
Do
place where
it.
you're going to come in and it's going to be a space where you can come in and share and feel comfortable and no judgment, no,
Sassy might judge you. She judges everyone, including, look at this little
Oh my
owl.
God, she's really involved. So we're going to put the link
Always.
here for you to register and would love to see you join us on the 26th. You will not be disappointed.
7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m. on the 26th of February.
Yes.
So join us. It'll
Yes.
be fun. It'll be rich, and it could change your life.
Yes. And it really can. And Sassy is going to teach you how to sharpen her murder mitts.
Okay. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Lori.
Bye. Love ya.